Monster Movie Mayhem on Dead and Buried Treasures.
You know, Captain, we should be recording this.
You know, Jack, we should be recording
This weekend and every Friday and Saturday night at 11 with our pre-show live at 10:30 on this Fright Network affiliate and our Facebook and YouTube pages, if you dare.
Is it wrong that I want their autograph?
Get your Dead and Buried Treasures merchandise at redbubble.com with the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. T-shirts, travel mugs, hoodies, blankets, phone cases, and much, much more. You too can even take a shower with Captain Calico Drake with a shower curtain.
This is ridiculous. How is this even possible?
That's redbubble.com and use the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. So what are you waiting for? You too can be as cool as a pirate.
Yes, of course.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures. Redbubble.com.
That I thought I would dabble in the art world myself.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures.
They'll no doubt want to pay top dollar for me service. You scurvy dogs, and welcome once again aboard the Swashbuckler's Haunt, the most disreputable ship of the Three Rivers and the Seven Seas. But I digress. I, of course, am Calico Drake, at your service, captain of the Haunt, and it is my solemn duty each week to bring you the most absolute worst in Monster Movie Mayhem.
Is there a best in Monster Movie Mayhem?
Pandemonium, ghastly slashers, and the dreadful dead that the world has ever seen. And tonight is no different, muffins. Tonight, we bring you one of the sexiest Scarlets the world modern cinema has ever known. If Jamie Lee Curtis was the original Scream Queen, then tonight's star would surely ask her to hold her beer.
Wow, that big, Captain?
Oh, most certainly, Jack. She's at least a 50. When her back is arched just right against the moonlight.
Captain? The kids?
Oh, yes. Sorry, kids. That means she has really big boobs. As I was saying, if Jamie Lee Curtis was the original Scream Queen, she, of course, would most certainly be her Her grandmother? No. Older sister? An older friend? Now wait, if you have Jamie Lee Curtis in this hand and you put Barbara Steele in this hand, put those hands together. Wait, no, wait. I dated a woman like that once in Port Royal. Of course, it's been a bit of time. I mean, she still was a looker.
Captain? The movie?
Oh, yes. Well, tonight's chosen film from the island of dead and buried treasures is The Long Hair of Death. Starring the voluptuous Barbara Steele.
Wow, she's a real looker, isn't she, Captain?
All I'll say, Jack.
Now that is an appropriate movie for the month of February, Captain. Love is in the air for Valentine's Day.
Well, Barbara Steele can be me Valentine any day, Jack. In fact, she can be me heartthrob the whole damn month of February. Not just Valentine's Day. I mean, hubba hubba. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, I'm not telling you otherwise, Jack.
Well put, Captain.
Ah, yes. Now, where was I? Ah, yes.
Tonight, in a 15th century village, a woman is accused of witchcraft and put to death. Her beautiful daughter knows the real reason, but after confronting the king on the matter, she too is silenced. Still, years later, the daughter mysteriously reappears with a plan to avenge her family in the frightful film The Long Hair of Death, starring the seductive Barbara Steele.
Yes, you said.
And I'll say it again. Ah, yes. As it's February, it will be a Valentine you won't soon forget. Whether you're watching this on, before, or after the holiday, you scallywags.
Ah, yes. Young love, Captain.
Oh, and old love to boot. Tonight, it's Barbara Steele. Her first film as... Always when I'm hosting. Yes, Mr. Bones.
Oh, Captain! Did you get the note I delivered to you, sir?
I did not, Mr. Bones. Now, I'm live here.
All right. It came from your grandson, Reginald, so I thought it just might be prudent.
Yes, I received it, but not bothered with it. Anything else?
Oh, yes. The island of dead and buried treasures is straight ahead, Captain!
Thank you, Mr. Bones, but I'm not deaf! Jack, make a note to have the volume adjusted on all the monitors on the bridge, will you?
Aye, Captain.
Well, you don't have to shout, Captain. I'll make landing preparations.
Aye, take down those decorations. I don't even know what decorations he's talking about, Jack. Avast, you scallywags! Once we retrieve the movie from the island, the better. Set that missing mast! You get your ass off there! Let's go! It's time to go to the island of dead and buried treasures!
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Captain, how pretty is Barbara Steele?
Well, do you remember back in the day when Britney Spears had a countdown online of when she turned 18, Jack?
Not really, sir.
Well, it was a lot like that. Speaking of which... it's been a long time, my beloved. And here it is, me fiends, Barbara Steele at her absolute loving best. Mr. Bones, you're killing me here. Yes, Mr. Bones, what is it?
Captain, did you ever get to that note I left for you regarding your nephew Reginald before you went to the island?
You mean me grandson?
If you say so, sir.
Mr. Bones, again, I'm live here. Can this wait?
Again, Captain, it's Reginald Gaylord Drake, sir. Do you think it can wait?
Fine, read it to me.
I packed it with your things.
You did? You know, we're doing a show here, Mr. Bones. Hold on, I'm gonna switch you to the video monitor. Alright. Here it is. You know, we're doing a show here, Mr. Bones. Let's see here. Hope this finds you in good health, blah, blah, blah. Hope all is well. Can you do me a favor? I have a date this evening and watch my niece. Babysit. Babysit? What, Mr. Bones, what is this all about?
Yes, that's what I thought, Captain. That's why I wanted to bring it to your attention as quickly as possible.
Well, this can't happen. I don't care who he has a date with. Who does he have a date with?
He said to read the entire letter, sir.
What? Blah, blah, blah. She's really no trouble, Captain. She could be standing right next to you and you wouldn't even know it. What the hell? Jack, what is that?
That would apparently be your niece, sir.
Me what? Me niece? How long has it been there?
Apparently since we came across from the haunt, sir.
Mr. Bowles, this is unacceptable. Now, you radio me grandson and tell him
He's
that...
out of range, sir.
What?
He said to read both sides of the letter, Captain.
I'm out of range. Well, this is silly. I can't babysit some 15-year-old kid.
Read the letter, Captain.
Yes, you can. It's only one night, sir. We're celebrating Valentine's Day a little late, and I have a hot date. What, did he meet her at work or something?
The letter, sir.
Yes. I met her at the office. It's only one night. Thank you. Well, this is silly. Why would I do this? Jack? I know. There's a page 2 or something, isn't there? Because I saved the world back at Halloween. Oh, bugger.
Well, it looks like everyone has a date for Valentine's Day, except for you, Captain.
You don't.
Oh yes I did. We went out last night because I told her I was working tonight. You know, the show.
You don't, Mr. Bones.
Same, Captain. Jack and I double dated last night.
Really? What did you two do?
Dinner.
And a movie.
When we got to port.
Wonderful. Well, I also have a date tonight. And its name is Barbara Steele.
You wish.
What was that?
She's pretty.
Hey. What about you?
Yeah.
Typical. Well, while she gets her life together on that thing, let's get you back to the sexiest ghoul this side of Ghostbusters. Barbara Steele and the long hair of death.
Can I have $10?
So it begins.
Constantine, the hour has arrived. Be strong and have faith. Our Lord will save you if you are innocent.
There she is, the witch. God protect us from her evil. Where are her daughters? Where are those spawn of the devil? The young one lives in the castle. The eldest hasn't been seen for many weeks.
Did you give the order to have the eldest daughter of the witch brought here?
Yes, my lord, but she cannot be found. The search has been impeded by the fact that no one knows anything about her.
She has to be tried by divine justice. Like her mother, she is also suspected of being a witch. Grimalda, bring the youngest. Kurt, intensify the search. I want that girl here at the castle today.
Who are you and what do you want?
I have to speak to Count Humboldt.
Out.
No, please, I beg of you. It's a matter of life and death.
What's going on? Come here, girl.
I'm Helen Rochefort. Please, sir, you've got to listen to what I have to say.
Calm yourself, my dear. I have little time, but I will listen to you. Advise my son and Van Klager. They must wait for me. What you have told me is very disturbing. If Von Klager knew that you were here, he would put you on trial. The woman for whom you are begging mercy is a witch. She killed my brother Franz.
She is not a witch. None of it's true. Listen, I tell you, I can prove who killed your brother. It is someone living under your own roof, someone you are now protecting.
First of all, you accuse one of my household of murder, then me of protecting him. Maybe you think I'm a little senile. If you want me to suspend the trial, then you must tell me who it is. If not, she'll go to the stake.
She is innocent, I tell you. You've got to help me save her. I'll do anything you ask. All I need is time to get the evidence.
What can a man ask of a beautiful woman like you? There is only one thing that I want. The judgment can wait a while longer. You have such beautiful hair. Lie down, my dear. I want to experience the emotion of kissing you.
Delay the trial or it'll be too late.
Don't be afraid. Without me, they cannot proceed. They will wait. Yes, they will wait.
Adele Karnstein, in the name of Count Humboldt and of his son Kurt, we accuse you of having brought about, aided by the evil power of witchcraft, the death of Count Franz, beloved and gentle lord of our domain.
No, it's a lie, it's a lie!
Judgment will be rendered by means of a justice that is supreme.
No, Your Excellency, no!
Enough! If you are really innocent, God will protect you and restore you to us untouched. But if not, you'll burn, Adele. Burn to death. Human judgment is fallible, but that of the Supreme will tell. Elizabeth Karnstein, whatever the outcome, justice shall prevail. For if your mother burns, the weight of her sins will never reflect upon you. Adele, if you are guilty, look for the last time upon your daughter.
Mother! Elizabeth, oh, take her away from here.
Start the ritual.
Incipit judicium Dei, ad de maiorem Dei gloria.
Sono innocente. Mio Dio, tu sai che non sono colpevole di questo delitto. Perdona i miei peccati.
and I curse your descendants! Your bodies will be tortured like mine is being tortured today. I will haunt you to your graves. Murderer! She's innocent! You're a murderer! A pestilence shall befall. Evil will stalk you by night, and men shall mourn their stillborn sons. Humboldt, listen, I say now, my last curse will be on you and your family. Murder and death shall pervade you all. And you, Kurt, yes, you will suffer this death of mine. Helen, remember that your mother died innocent. You must avenge me, or my soul will never rest. Do not be swayed by the nimble tongues of those hypocrites. Let not their wealth and power prevent you from taking the path I ask you to follow. Remember, Helen, avenge me. You must avenge me.
Your secret is safe.
Elizabeth.
I want to speak to you. Elizabeth, listen, my child, this is very important. When I was young, I was happy and always joyous. But you have seen your mother burned to death. And now horror has invaded your soul. The pain in a mind so young. If you go away, Elizabeth, I want to tell you a secret about your mother. The ashes are buried down there in that tomb, buried in the same casket as poor Helen. This is our secret, Elizabeth. You are not to tell it to anyone else. So now you'll be able to come here and pray for your mother every day. A moment of joy and comfort for her. Elizabeth, my child, do you understand?
Leave me alone. Don't touch me.
Have you noticed the girl's face? As each day passes, she grows more and more witch-like.
What's odd about that? She's her daughter.
Just as she predicted. The scourge of our province has started. It's foolish to fear her words. Yet I feel an ominous apprehension.
A man whose soul is pure would have nothing to be afraid of. Your mind is tormented, Humboldt.
Yes. Elizabeth's face. I'm constantly reminded of her evil mother.
Why worry at the resemblance of the face? What matters is the spirit. Up to now, Elizabeth has obeyed your every word. This is what is destroying you, Humboldt.
How many times have I to tell you, leave Elizabeth alone? I commanded you never to speak to her.
Listen, Father, I'm not a baby now, and I'm very tired of being commanded.
If I give you an order, then you will do as you are told. It's me you have to obey, Kurt.
Only the fact that you're my father prevents my helping you join your brother. You and France, always scheming, but I knew what it was. My disinheritance.
How did you learn of that, Kurt?
I heard you talking. When I begged France to alter the will, he laughed in my face. Then he was accused by you of loving Adele.
My poor Franz. Yes, if only he'd been convinced of her evil sooner, he might never have died.
You've been blind to everything. I killed France, Father. I killed France. Do you understand? It's me you should thank for all the power you have, so why should I obey you? You owe me everything. I thought you knew it and accused that witch to protect me.
You killed France. You filth.
I am responsible for your tragic death, Franz, and for that of Adele Karnstein. I sent her to the stake unjustly accused of killing you. I beg you, Franz. I can never hope for her pardon, so I'm asking you for yours.
You're mine, whether you like it or not.
You're drunk.
Don't you ever do a thing like that to me again.
Leave me alone, or you'll be sorry, Kurt. You know better than to annoy Von Klug. As powerful as you are, you and your father, it is Von Klug who rules this domain.
Listen to me. Whatever it costs, Elizabeth, I will have you.
In the name of God, I unite you with the sacred chains of matrimony. May the bond never weaken.
Amen. There are many people dying in the streets. Shouldn't you recite a prayer for them?
You feel responsible for the people? Or are you preoccupied with your own well-being?
In nomine Patri, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti.
You're my wife, Elizabeth. Please, why won't you recognize that?
I hate you.
I'll make you happy.
You're repulsive.
When I felt your body trembling, I was excited by it. Yes, you're mine.
No, Kurt. I won't pretend to be in love with you. You've had my body, but not my soul. I will never be completely yours.
I'll make you regret those words.
December 1499. The plague continues its devastation. The country is in utter turmoil, and the roads are littered with dead.
Kurt, you must do something. There are men out there who are trying to force the gates.
Our soldiers can handle it. Don't worry. Are you afraid?
No. Why should I be afraid? I expected this day to come eventually. My mother predicted it. Or had you forgotten? You must be avenged, but it's not within me to hate him. He's my husband. I can't succeed without your help. I beg you to show me the way. Don't leave me alone.
Don't let me die. I feel the presence of death, God.
The angel opened the sixth seal, and the whole earth trembled. The sun turned black. The moon became the color of blood, and a great rumbling was heard throughout the land.
Humboldt, you will pay for this with your life. With your life!
Lord God, pardon me my sins and return my soul to peace.
And when the angel opened the seventh seal, there was a great celestial silence. Day of judgment, the dead return to life.
Humboldt, I curse you. I curse your son Kurt. I will haunt you to your grave.
With a woman like Barbara Steele in this movie, I can certainly understand why women weren't permitted on pirate ships back in the day.
Well, how do you explain Gertie, Captain?
Who? Yes, what is it now, Mr. Bones? Another letter?
No, I was just surfing the net and saw you have a dating profile on the internet?
A what?
A dating profile.
That's impossible, Mr. Bones. I do not have a dating profile.
What's the website, Davey?
Plentyofishinthesea.com.
What? Let me see your phone, Jack. How does something like this even happen? Hey, you. Little girl. Do you know anything about this?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, which is it?
What? What is it?
Hey, look, you.
So you think it's a good idea to start a dating profile for him? What's your name?
Adriana.
Do you think the captain can get a woman by dating? Online?
Serious swipe left.
What? What does that mean, this swipe left?
Hashtag lose loser.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Captain, wait! I mean, you said it best. Everyone has someone for Valentine's Day, the sexiest month of the year, but you. Why do you think that is?
Because I like to be alone.
No, it's because you smell.
But what Mr. Bones is trying to say is, it's because of the image you project.
Image?
Yes!
Yes. And your smell.
Mr. Bones. I've got my image right here, and I'm coming up to the bridge to say hello.
But maybe, just maybe, this teenage girl can hook you up with just the right someone if you just listen to her. Or else maybe you could have Barbara Steele all by yourself tonight, and no one wants that.
It's true, Captain. But take a shower, too. Because you stink.
All right. Little girl, do you know anything about the dating profile there is of me online? Little girl. Hello, Oceanic?
Adriana.
Right, and Andriana?
What?
Can you get him a date?
What he means is, I'm more concerned with someone having a dating profile of me online at this fishunderthesea.com.
Plentyofishinthesea.com.
Right, that. Just because someone's slandering me good name, and then and they need to be brought to justice.
My uncle did it.
What? Your uncle?
Reggie?
Reginald Gaylord Drake?
No.
Well, that's a relief.
Reginald Wigglesworth.
What?
Reginald Wigglesworth.
I think what the captain means is your uncle, his grandson...
5 times.
Right, 5 times over. Made a dating profile for him?
Yes.
I've had it, Jack.
Captain, hang on just a second.
Oh, yes, Captain. Please, calm down. And take a bath.
You know what, Mr. Bones? I've just about had it with you and your quips.
Captain, remember your blood pressure.
Fine, I'll take a time out.
Hey, listen, Ariel. There's $50 in it for you if you beef up his profile.
Done.
All right, well, for those of you at home, let's get back to celebrating the most lovingest month of the year with this commercial break. You know, in case you want to go to the movies or Netflix and chill. Bah!
No one says that anymore.
Oh yeah? Do they still hang up a lost dog poster with your picture on it?
What?
What? I said we better get to a break. We'll be right back after this.
We asked, and you responded.
Hey guys, I was just calling to tell you that I'm a really big fan of your show. Me and my friends watch it every Saturday night, and we are absolutely in love with all the monster movies that you talk about, and especially that they're from like the 50s, 60s, you know, the older movies. That's what we like about the show so much. We especially like your parrot Jack. He's always making us laugh. And it's just a very enjoyable show that we like to watch every Saturday. So I was just calling to give you my feedback, and I hope you continue to make more great shows. Thank you.
Hi, I just thought I'd call and tell you I am enjoying your monster movies. They're great. And also, I love Drake. Hope to see more of you. Bye.
Hey, this is Saul Cummel from Pittsburgh. I just want to tell you guys, I really love Dead and Buried's Treasure Show. I love all the old monster movies. It really takes me back to when I was a kid, and now I'm able to tell my friends, you guys got to check this show out, and it'll bring back so many memories for you. Let me tell you, too, Calico Drake is hilarious, although I tell you what, Jack really makes the show. He just busts Calico Drake every chance he gets, and I love it. Keep up the good work, guys. I will be shanghaied into your crew as long as the show is on. Thanks very much.
Hey, man, I think your show's kind of groovy. Bucket of Blood is what it is, man. What it is. Got that beatnik thing to it, and I just love it. Groovy, man, groovy. Hey, keep up the good work, guys. Okay, talk to you later.
There are no further messages.
Operators are standing by. Call now.
Get your Dead and Buried Treasures merchandise at redbubble.com with the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. T-shirts, travel mugs, hoodies, blankets, phone cases, and much, much more. You too can even take a shower with Captain Calico Drake with a shower curtain.
This is ridiculous. How is this even possible?
That's redbubble.com and use the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. So what are you waiting for? You too can be as cool as a pirate.
Yes, of course.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures. Redbubble.com.
That I thought I would dabble in the art world myself.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures.
They'll no doubt want to pay top dollar for me service.
We kidnap and ravage and don't give a hoot. Drink up me orange, yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me.
It's time for another fiendish edition of Ask the Cap.
Just want to know if you ever considered maybe branching out, doing like kung fu movies or other like low budget movies that are not necessarily public, well, that are public domain, basically. And if you ever thought of like airing things that are maybe not horror, but are also very fun and cheesy, it's the kung fu genre. I am interested in hearing your opinions on this, and I will hang up now so you can answer. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thanks, Colin.
Yeah.
Colin's a regular. He's a regular now.
He
on the
is.
show.
Yeah. And that is a great question because I wanted to ask you that myself. I love the old cheesy kung fu movies. Yeah, they're not horror, but some of them are pretty intense. There's some blood
But they're not horror related. I don't know. I mean, I'm not against it.
Yeah.
But it's not.
I don't have time to branch out, man.
Maybe. There's so many good horror films and suspense films left that are public domain before you even get there. So, I mean, you're talking about the ones with like Bruce Lee and...
some of the old...
Jackie Chan, I guess?
The Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, is that like Kung Fu?
Okay. Well, there's your answer, sir.
Have a question for Captain Drake? You too can ask the Cap. Call our pre-show, Walk the Plank, a half hour before Dead and Buried Treasures, wherever it's seen, courtesy of local affiliates or on our YouTube channel.
You're old, Drake.
Well, I had to worry about a lot of things when I was younger. Not like this generation, but important things. Like how fire would affect my life, sailing off the edge of the world, the invention of language.
Oh, I get it. Because you're old. You're joking.
No.
Oh.
But I'm nice. I mean, I'm a nice guy.
Oh, Captain, no one wants nice, but no one wants old either. But that's your thing. I mean, you're mean. Like, crazy old man mean.
I'm Drake. I hate sunshine. When did gum get so fancy? This escalator goes too fast.
See, that's your thing.
I need a dog.
No, you need a woman.
No, I have a woman. I have Barbara Steele whenever I'm alone.
Well, that's gross. Lots of images there.
Captain, she's like in her 80s now. She's not 28 anymore. She's not a woman, she's a tree.
But a sophisticated tree. Or she's so old that she's smarter and wiser.
Or dead, isn't she?
Look, the bottom line is you need a date.
And a bath.
So the kid is going to help.
Help? Help how?
Kid?
Look, we need a picture of you.
Well, that's no problem. Here. I have these. Here's my good side. I like my right side.
Wow. This is amazing. I never knew this.
See? I can take a pretty mean picture.
No, I mean, did you know they put photos on paper? This is amazing. Yeah, these won't do. We need a fresh one.
Look, I've had just about enough of...
Perfect. We don't want to show too much.
What? A picture of half me face? Yeah, that's actually too much.
I can work with this.
You know, Adrian, what are your credentials that you can do this? I mean, have you ever done anything like this for a job before? Are you even trained in technology?
Oh, yeah.
PowerPoint?
No.
Excel?
No.
Publisher?
No.
Well, Arlia, what are you good at? What technology do you excel? Pardon the pun.
Snapchat, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, TikTok. You know, the big ones.
I'm surprised you didn't say Facebook.
That's for old people. Like my parents. You're funny. Okay, when were you born?
1698.
Whoa. Let's say 1998. Everybody lies on their profile. Likes?
Eating, sword fighting, cutting things, yes. Shooting stuff.
Let's just say collects weapons. And frankly, that's probably not a good thing to say anyway, because people are scared of that stuff in this day and age. In fact, let's scrap that. Let's just say likes boating. Owns a boat. That's big.
Boat, yes. I do own a boat. It's big. Wow, Annabelle, you're really good at this stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I just ask Siri for everything.
Siri?
Yes. Okay? Siri, get me this. Siri, get me that. Siri, no problem. Now leave me alone for a second.
Well, Jack, she certainly knows what she's doing.
Yes.
I mean, she's got this witch in her corner or something. This, Siri. It's like Merlin. Yes, it could do anything, apparently. It's like her butler or a wizard or something. Well, we'll see what she comes up with. In the meantime, you at home, let's get you back to this beautiful witch. Because her beauty has me completely beguiled. Barbara Steele in The Long Hair of Death. You know what, Jack? Maybe she could find me someone as pretty as Barbara Steele.
Completely, thank you. Perhaps I can do something for you. I wouldn't ask you to do any more. Except, tell me, do you know how I came to find you?
Don't you remember what happened?
No, it's like a nightmare. I can recall the carriage overturning, and that's all.
All at once you appeared in the doorway. We were in the chapel saying a prayer. Then you fainted. Had you traveled very far?
Yes, I think so. Though I'm not sure. I was looking for my father. Or at least, I was attempting to look for him. My name's Mary.
It would be best if you remained here. It's unpleasant traveling now. There are a great many dead on the roads.
No, I must leave at once. It's urgent, and the place I'm going to is far away.
Your journey would be tiring and dangerous. The countryside is swarming with thieves and murderers.
A risk that I will have to take.
I wish you'd think about it.
Don't go now. I beg you.
If the plague had not taken so many of my soldiers, I would offer you an escort to accompany you on the rest of your journey.
Might I suggest that we send a message on ahead that your friends can dispatch some soldiers to escort you? You will have to excuse us. We're holding a requiem in honor of Count Humboldt. Most saddening.
Were you related?
My father.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I shall be sad if you leave.
Will you? Who'll deliver the message for me?
You can give it to von Kleyer tomorrow. He'll make sure that it gets there.
Requiescat in pace. Amen.
Do you feel more at ease now, Mary?
Oh, yes, thank you. You have all been so wonderfully kind.
I beg of you to stay a while. Since your arrival, I've known a happiness that I'd forgotten existed. I feel as though my whole being has suddenly been awakened.
I know. It has been a beautiful experience. Please, you mustn't do that.
I love you, Mary. I want you so much.
But, Kurt, you know that adultery is a punishable offense by death. An affair would be the end of both of us if I'm clocking you.
Grimalda, since that woman arrived, Kurt has changed. He no longer comes to my room at night. What should I do?
Confront him. At once.
I'll try tonight. It'll be difficult, though. He avoids being alone with me. You should knock first. It's polite, or weren't you ever taught that? You're acting as if I were your mistress. You're my husband, and don't you forget it.
You know the torment it causes reminding me of that. Revenge is sweet, isn't it?
And you think that's revenge to me? The fact that we're married? No, you're mad. I've learned to respect our marriage, and I found that it means a great deal. Your attitude toward me will have to change. I won't permit you to treat me like an old shoe. You are mine now, Kurt. You will never have her. Is that quite clear?
You miserable wench. I'll have whomever I like.
You just lay a finger on her, and I promise you'll suffer for it.
Non adesso, Elizabeth. Non ucciderlo adesso. È ancora presto.
must go away, Kurt.
I won't let you leave here.
But what about Elizabeth?
She's not important to me.
She is your wife.
I hate her. The fact she exists is an obstacle which hinders our future.
Fermati, Kurt. Che cosa vuoi fare?
What's wrong?
Emborg, here is the message. Ride fast.
Yes, sire.
Did you inform the Count of your departure?
Well, sire, the Count did ask me if I was taking the message. When I said yes, he wanted to know its contents, and I said I didn't have it with me.
You must deliver it personally, and when you have the answer, return at once.
Yes, sire.
Here, little wine will help you on your way, Emborg.
Thank you, sire.
Any news of Emborg?
Who, the servant? No, nothing. I wouldn't worry about him. He's very capable, and he's only been gone 5 days. Maybe he's waiting to ride with the escort.
Unfortunately, there won't be one.
No escort? Oh, why not?
Grimalda, tell the Count, will you?
He was poisoned. His body was found lying in the woods.
Divine justice will judge the murderer for his sins.
As always.
Kurt!
I had to poison him. It was the only way to prevent him getting your message through.
What are you saying, Kurt? Tell me it isn't true.
You were mine. I'd do anything to keep you.
You are mad, Kurt. Besides, I'm going.
You're not, Mary. Tonight I will kill Elizabeth.
Then don't count on me. I won't play any part in this, Kurt. We're being fools. But now that we've begun, let's not make a mistake.
No one will suspect anything. They'll think it happened naturally. The poison leaves traces, but it'll appear as if she suffocated.
Then nobody can accuse us.
We'll be able to live together for always.
You'll belong to me.
Yes, Mary, I will. Stay here. I'll go.
No, Kurt, please don't leave me alone.
Oh, calm down. You're upset over nothing.
No, there was somebody there, I'm sure.
No. Here, quickly.
What do you want? I couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd go for a walk. Sometimes the fresh air helps. Suddenly I heard voices in the corridor, so I came down to see who was there. You didn't hear voices outside?
No, and please don't creep around like that.
It was foolish, I know, but I didn't want to wake you. I won't do it again.
Good night, then.
Good night.
Thank you. We must be quick. There's no time to lose. It will soon be finished. Don't worry. Come. Then if anyone comes, there won't be anything suspicious. Hurry, Mary. Give me the sealing wax. easier to get her back here.
Must I go with you?
Yes, I'll need your help.
È morta.
I've been thinking about this whole online dating profile thing. And after watching Barbara Steele for what? The last hour? I think I'm okay. I mean, this niece of my grandson's, we never even interviewed her for the job that she's supposedly doing.
Well, maybe you should, sir.
Mr. Bones, your thoughts?
Hey, I thought she would get things going, but whatevs.
Hey, Abigail, I feel we may have gotten off on the wrong foot here. I know you're working on my profile, but can you tell me some of your credentials? Maybe a little background about yourself? Did you just text me? Okay. Why are you interested in helping me? you know, the job. Well, just out of curiosity, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Jack, is this really necessary?
Well, she's certainly proficient at herself, Captain.
Look, Amelia.
Muscular, handsome, good-looking.
What are you typing there?
Adding to your profile. You know, to get women interested.
Oh, really? Well, that's very flattering.
Oh yes, everybody lies on their profile.
Jack, I've had enough. I'm not gonna stand here and take this from this little twerp. I don't have the patience to keep going to...
Okay, here you go.
What's this?
Your profile. Here.
Who is that?
That's you, all right.
Well, what about the...
I know.
And the...
I know.
But my chin, it...
I know.
And my six-pack.
I know.
I
know.
You...
I know.
But...
I know.
The...
I know.
And the...
I know. I know, okay? I know what I'm doing, Pap-Pap.
Pap-Pap?
Aw, you're her Pap-Pap, Pap-Pap.
You know, Mr. Bones, this was your idea, and it absolutely...
See, we already have a swipe right.
A what?
Somebody liked you.
Let me see that. They do?
And another. And there's another. And another.
Well, all this reveals is that these women have good taste.
And another.
Captain, these women like you.
Yes, Captain, I'd take that and run with it.
Captain, are you texting me?
Yeah.
A commercial break? Take a commercial break?
Yeah.
Davy, the captain is texting me again. This is out of hand. It's getting silly. Captain, you're right there.
You know, Jack, maybe we should take a break and let the captain catch up.
Well, while the captain takes a look at the lineup of women for his new lawsuit, why don't we take a break? We'll be right back after this.
Oh, another hit! They sunk my pirate ship, Mr. Bones!
Oh boy.
Get your Dead and Buried Treasures merchandise at redbubble.com with the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. T-shirts, travel mugs, hoodies, blankets, phone cases, and much, much more. You too can even take a shower with Captain Calico Drake with a shower curtain.
This is ridiculous. How is this even possible?
That's redbubble.com and use the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. So what are you waiting for? You too can be as cool as a pirate.
Yes, of course.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures. Redbubble.com.
That I thought I would dabble in the art world myself.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures.
They'll no doubt want to pay top dollar for me service.
Have a question for Captain Drake? You too can ask the Cap. Call our pre-show, Walk the Plank, a half hour before Dead and Buried Treasures, wherever it's seen, courtesy of local affiliates or on our YouTube channel.
And while you're picking yourself up off the floor from that one, mateys, let me introduce you to another great bit of casting.
Dead and Buried Treasures is your weekend haunt. That's Friday and Saturday nights beginning at 11 with a new show the first Friday of the month, right here on this Fright Network affiliate.
Well, you certainly had that one loaded in a chamber.
And don't miss our Fright Network pre-show at 10:30, where Fiore from the movie review show Outtakes with Fiore and series creator Eric Sprouse take you for a behind-the-scenes tour with insight into making each episode.
I probably look significantly different than
Captain Calico Drake, I do.
Plus, your chance to win even more horrific prizes each week.
I should be hearing from the FCC any minute now.
So don't forget to call and leave your feedback on the show.
Like this one?
And ask questions where your Q&A will be read on the air.
Like this
one. It's the Pirate's Booty, our after show, seen immediately after Dead and Buried Treasures ends. Captain Calico Drake and series creator Eric Sprouse take your calls for up to an hour, answering questions about the series or whatever's on your mind about the Swashbuckler's Haunt, the club, convention appearances, and much more. That's our after show, the Pirate's Booty, taking your booty calls till the wee hours of the morning, immediately following Dead and Buried Treasures on most affiliates.
You know, Mr. Bones, maybe I was just a bit hasty in judging Audrey there. I mean, once you get past all the, never mind, I was pretty accurate. But she does know her way around a dating profile. At 15? I mean, what is that all about?
What's that, Captain?
She's 15, Jack. She should be dreaming about princesses and John Travolta and Frogger or Saturday morning cartoons or Garbage Pail Kids or whatever they think about nowadays. I mean, I'm a relative, right? Maybe I should step in and give her the speech.
Oh, Captain, I think you might need some liquid courage for that one.
And lots of it.
No. Wait. I think I might need to keep a clear head for this one.
Really, Captain?
Well, can you imagine getting drunk before giving a big speech?
You did it this morning, sir.
Remember when you addressed the morning shift?
Getting kicked out of your nephew's christening, and then only later, once you sobered up, realizing you don't even have a nephew. I was like, who was that kid?
Oh, boy.
Hey, look, Adeline, how do you learn all this nonsense? How are you so good at it?
See for yourself. 27 likes.
Is that a lot?
For you it is.
Probably more than Tom Cruise.
Who?
Can we see who these women are?
Here's the link.
Mr. Bones, on the monitor, please. Well, egads, these women are beautiful.
Ugh, no, everyone lies a little.
Captain, these women are hot! Hell, this one is Ariana Grande!
Too young.
Oh my, and this one is Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Too old.
Here's Blake Lively.
Ryan Reynolds is about to ante up. Just right.
Because that's who you'll get when you meet her.
Well, good, because I would hate to think I would meet someone that doesn't measure up to the standards of Captain Calico Drake.
What standards?
She shows
She's
up.
breathing.
You know, you two are like the two old Muppets who sit in the balcony.
Statler and Waldorf?
I don't know the name of the theater. I mean the two old guys who commentate on everything. Well, I guess if I'm going to meet these women, I guess I'd better go get dressed.
You mean in a suit?
Yes.
You mean dressed like a grown-up and not like a lawn ornament at a golf resort?
Yes, with my laundry done and everything.
Laundry? I just give my laundry to my mom to do.
Your mom does your laundry? For you?
Duh, she even got our dishwasher to work.
Well, in your defense, the tiny little button on the dishwasher that says on can be misleading. You know, just switch it to on. Yes.
You know, how come there's no dish dryer?
Yes. It's weird how the dishwasher just lives under the counter.
I should move to Prague. I need to really focus on my art.
She's a chip off the old block, Jack. Seriously, you can tell she's Reggie's kid, or niece, or whatever. You can definitely tell she's a relative of Reginald Gaylord Drake, because she's an idiot.
Captain, she's right there.
It doesn't matter, Jack. In the commercial break, she asked me if the presidents on Mount Rushmore have butts on the other side.
But Captain...
Jack, I've wanted to say this ever since I started this show. I'll be in my trailer. Now, little girl, scat, get out of here before I get my old on you.
He'll need a buttload of cologne.
You know, I hate to tell you guys this, but there's a pretty good chance he's not going to meet Selena Gomez right out of the chute.
Oh, well, who might he meet right off the bat?
Flo, from those Progressive commercials.
Come on, Davey, we can't string him along like this.
Oh, come on! It's the first time he's going to be dressed in a suit! That's enough for me!
But not enough for me. Look, Allison, you need to see what the girl looks like that the captain's going to meet.
And why would I do that?
Because there's another $50 in it for you if you get anything reliable.
Done. I'll be back.
Okay.
You know, Jack, with that kind of money you're spending, another $100 or so, and we could have gotten him a hooker.
Mr. Bones!
Hey, I'm just saying.
And speaking of lookers, let's get you back to the movie tonight with Barbara Steele. After all, who needs a hooker when you have Barbara Steele? No, wait. No, that didn't come out quite right.
I should say not.
In any case, why don't we get you back to the movie?
Tornerà a pensare.
What is it? Anybody would think you had just seen a ghost.
Who was in there?
Your wife, of course.
Did she sleep well?
Yes, very well indeed. And she seems to have a good appetite.
Disappeared. She didn't die. I don't know what to do.
You're so easily panicked, aren't you, my poor Kurt? Elizabeth is dead.
But Grimalda spoke to her.
How do you know whether she really did or not?
She said she did.
Then she must be lying. In which case, Kurt, she's trying to scare us, she must know.
Then why not confront us?
Grimalda's being very shrewd, and this is her revenge, Kurt. Because she hates us both. You can try offering her money, Kurt. It'll be easy to bribe her. Otherwise, she'll tell Von Klage. Yes, Kurt, you must buy her silence or else ensure it some other way.
Insanguinato.
I'm sorry, sire. What are you doing here?
I came down to investigate. First I heard footsteps and then the gate.
Have you seen anyone?
You may think me mad, but in past nights, I've heard some funny things.
Such as?
It's difficult to say. I'm sure there's something down here, but whenever I come to look for it, it's completely disappeared.
What about just now? Didn't you see anyone at all?
There was something. A shadow on the wall, but it disappeared.
You look in the garden. I'll go upstairs.
Your wife was in the chapel, Kurt. She begged me to ask your pardon, but she's not feeling very well and would rather eat dinner in her room. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I'm just a little distracted. If I'd known it before, I would have joined her in the chapel.
Why don't you join her upstairs? You might take her dinner to her. She would be so pleased.
By the way, Kurt, I've been thinking, it's your responsibility to announce a day of Thanksgiving in celebration of the passing of the plague. It would help greatly to relieve tensions. Do you agree?
May I go and see to your wife?
Yes. Tell her I'll come later.
You haven't answered me yet.
Yes, I agree. It's a marvelous idea.
I think we should have some sort of symbolic representation. Everyone will participate. It will be a joyous occasion. You'll need help. I suggest Baron von Lest. He's a man of intelligence.
I know it's none of my business, but might I propose the burning of an effigy? The people would like that.
Good idea. Elizabeth has assured me of her participation. Will you be there?
I wouldn't miss it for anything.
Please excuse me. I must make a list of tributes.
Your wife was very tired and is sleeping. She begged me to tell you that she doesn't want to be disturbed.
Good night.
It's a conspiracy. Von Klage. That old witch Grumalda must have told him. He sees this as his chance to displace me and take power. Why did he plan the celebration? Because when he's assembled the people, he will accuse us in front of everyone.
If what you say is true, then it's the end for both of us. Of that you can be sure.
Perhaps we should leave.
And lose it all to Von Klage. If you want.
No, I won't do it. I won't do it, Mary. But every time I think of Elizabeth, I lose control of my senses. She's the cause of all our trouble. I cursed the shrew, brought her into this castle of hell.
Listen, it's all right. Kurt, you had a dream. There wasn't anything that could harm you.
I saw her. No, it was her.
There. We can leave now.
honesty, I had a daughter whom I recognized as my heir. At my request, she was baptized and given the name of Elizabeth. In the event of my death, I appoint my brother Humboldt as her guardian until the age of 18, in the year of our Lord, 1478. Signed, Franz Martin Whalen. Elizabeth! Elizabeth!
Kurt!
What are you doing in there?
I heard a rustling. A rhythmical noise. It's hard to explain. See that? What is it?
Let's get away from here. I shall go mad if this continues.
Saw fit to spare you your lives. We must all thank him for his infinite mercy. This symbol of evil will burn tonight, and your hair will burn with it. And with this gesture we will purify even the smallest of our sins. You all know it. It is man's preoccupation with vanity.
Who's there? Who's there?
We are ready to proceed. We are only waiting for you.
You're ready? Well, I'm not. Do you hear? Go to the devil. Everyone can go to hell. Now get out of here! Tonight, as usual, you look beautiful, Mary.
Go on down. Your absence, Kurt, is likely to cause suspicion.
Suspicion? But Clagging knows. And so do all the others. It's all very well for you to talk, but I stand to lose my kingdom if he accuses us.
So you're putting your welfare above that of mine.
No, Mary. I swear I wouldn't do that to you.
We have to be present.
I agree, Mary. I'll be down in a while and we'll confront them together.
This is a pleasure, my lord. I hope all is to your satisfaction. But I don't see Count Kurt and his wife.
They'll be here shortly, don't worry.
Forgive me for wondering, but haven't we anticipated this celebration?
The plague is finished, Baron von List.
Ah, there's Count Kurt. My lord.
It's good to have you here.
The pleasure's all mine.
Thank you.
Come.
Stay away from me. It will only make matters worse with your wife not here.
I can't keep away. You're so beautiful.
You've got to.
Where's your wife, Kurt?
She's unwell. I don't think she'll be down this evening.
Good evening, my lord.
Your wife asked me to give it to you.
Good evening.
Bring me some brandy.
Finding courage, Kurt?
Let us all go to the garden. Go with 2 men and bring the effigy here and make sure the sign is put in place.
Yes, madam.
Well, it won't be long now.
I've just seen your wife, Count Kurt. She's beautiful.
Where did you see her? Well, where?
In the courtyard.
What's wrong with her? Elizabeth's dead! Elizabeth's dead! Elizabeth! You're dead! You're dead!
No, Kurt. You're mistaken.
Leave me alone! I killed you! I poisoned you! It's not possible. No one can return from the dead. We saw you die. This body here is yours, Elizabeth. I put it there myself.
That's my body. Death can often reinstate life, but it's not like that with Elizabeth, as she is not yet dead. Now do you understand, Kurt? This was planned by us to vindicate our mother. I am Helen Karnstein, daughter of Adele, who's burnt at the stake. Elizabeth is my sister. And you thought you had killed her. You went to the extreme, murder, all for the sake of possessing me. It's a pity that you did everything for a body that's dead. Well, Kurt, look at that body.
Look well at the body that is really me.
Helen, go on upstairs. Do not disobey.
You cannot escape your sins, Kurt. No one can.
Please, leave me alone. Leave me alone. What more can I say? Leave me alone.
Go on, run, Kurt. You're going to die, Kurt.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Plead. Go on, plead, Kurt. Go on, Kurt. You're free. Run. Run.
Go away! Go away!
Kurt Sebastian Whalen. Have strength and faith. God will save you if you are innocent.
That's it. Are you all ready? Well, let's be going. Now, this should burn well.
Yes, Mr. Bones.
Oh, Captain, are you dressed and ready to meet some of these women for your date?
I'm actually getting dressed, yes.
Well, don't try to be funny, because you're not.
But be funny.
Be confident.
Be vulnerable.
But hold doors for her.
But let her think she can do things on her own.
But not too many things. Women like a man who does nice things for her.
Who is traditional.
But likes to try new things.
Within reason.
But be outgoing.
And look sharp.
Dress sharp.
Be sharp.
Be sharp. Take a bath.
Look, you two, I've got no worries. I'm a catch.
You mean catch of the day.
What was that?
He meant to say, to our dismay, Captain.
Yes, that's it. You're pretty.
I know. And it's not just me gorgeous locks of hair, but I also have eyes you get lost in. Plus, I only have one. That means I see half of what there really is. So if a girl is just a bit plump, I only see half her size. Yes. And wait.
You know, somewhere underneath that feathered sun hat and bandana, that probably makes sense in his head.
Right. Plus my heightened sense of what women need and what they want.
Mouthwash. Use it.
Be suave.
Dreamy.
Picture yourself on a horse.
Riding.
But riding good.
Be good at everything.
Now, where are we on that bath?
Look, you two. You're giving me gas. I'll talk with you later. All right. Be confident. Be cool. Be funny. Don't be funny. Be confident. Be cool. Just be yourself, Captain. That's all you have to worry about.
Well, Davy, before we take a break, why don't we look a little bit at the movie and maybe the career of Barbara Steele with a little Babs 101.
I thought you would never ask, Jack! Burning witches, Barbara Steele, creepy castles, and ghosts. What more could you ask for? Tonight's film is exquisitely presented to you in its original European form, with subtitles as a salute to the wondrous career of Barbara Steele, as she was a woman of few words, because she never got to speak any. I'll explain later. So, I hope you like Italian and European cinema, and read it. A complex and eerie ghost story, the best way to describe tonight's film is its basis for a majority of episodes of Tales from the Crypt. Guy turns bad, makes victim squirm, does bad thing, then victim gets revenge, and gets revenge through the same way they were killed to make the bad guy squirm.
Oh boy.
If you need an explosion or a death scene every 5 minutes, this film is not meant for you. Its basis is its eeriness and its haunting musical score. At 21 years old, Barbara Steele's first film was Black Sunday. As of 2020, she still continues to work in motion pictures. In fact, one of our assistant producers, Scott Bowman, who works on The Pirate's Booty, our aftershow, actually had the opportunity to meet Barbara Steele at a recent convention. So, following up on what I said earlier, we got to see Barbara Steele in Black Sunday, her first film that put her name on the map, but did not hear her. Her voice was dubbed by another actress for international audiences. It became her most famous role and a real launchpad for her career, despite the fact that you never heard a word that she said. After its American success, Barbara Steele came to the States to star in Roger Corman's The Pit and the Pendulum with Vincent Price. Though the film was entirely shot in English, again, Barbara's own voice was not used. You can see what I meant earlier, that her voice wasn't heard very much. Well, by now, Barbara was typecast by American audiences as a horror star, so more horror movies followed, such as The Ghost, Castle of Blood, An Angel for Satan, She-Beast, Terror Creatures from the Grave, The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock, and many, many others. This success led to her being typecast in the horror genre, where she more often than not appeared in Italian movies with a dubbed voice. It's ironic that she was labeled the Queen of the Scream Queens, yet we rarely heard her voice, much less her scream. And it became tiring that she was little more than eye candy in her pictures. To her fame, she also appeared in The Crimson Cult years later with 3 of cinema horror masters, Boris Karloff, Michael Gough, and Christopher Lee. But the important thing to note here is, in 8 short years, she had starred on screen with 3 horror masters, Vincent Price, Boris Karloff, and Christopher Lee. After a series of moves in her career that removed her from the limelight, she discovered she had more talent for producing, winning an Emmy years later as associate producer for the ABC miniseries The Winds of War and its sequel, War and Remembrance. Here in the States, now years later, Barbara is semi-retired and living the life of rotating conventions based on the success of her vibrant youth and continuing to take roles at her leisure. After all, she received the title of the Queen of all Scream Queens, and what a queen her reign continues to be in the history of motion pictures. All hail the Queen! And here endeth the lesson, Jack. The professor is going to lunch.
Class dismissed. And speaking of class, let's check in with the captain and see if he's ready for his online date.
I've had the time of me life, and I've never felt like this before. And I swear, seriously, I crossed my tongue, I'm a pirate. It's the truth, and I owe it all to you.
Boy. I guess he's just not ready yet.
Yes, that was embarrassing.
What, his singing?
No. Listening to Dirty Dancing or Kenny G or whatever the hell he was listening to in his cabin. What is he doing in there?
Yeah, so why don't we get back to some trivia when we return?
When the full moon strikes the door of my tomb, I will come back. You hear? I will come back to kill.
Get your Dead and Buried Treasures merchandise at redbubble.com with the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. T-shirts, travel mugs, hoodies, blankets, phone cases, and much, much more. You too can even take a shower with Captain Calico Drake with a shower curtain.
This is ridiculous. How is this even possible?
That's redbubble.com and use the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. So what are you waiting for? You too can be as cool as a pirate.
Yes, of course.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures. Redbubble.com.
That I thought I would dabble in the art world myself.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures.
They'll no doubt want to pay top dollar for me service.
It's time for another fiendish edition of Ask the Cap.
Hi guys, first time caller.
Thank you.
I live here in Fayette County and just saw the show for the first time last week. Great show, by the way.
Thank
I
you.
was wondering, are you guys going to do a Christmas show? And is there a monster movie about Christmas?
Is there a monster movie about
Christmas?
About Christmas. Oh,
no. Well, that's funny because we were talking about that before.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Christmas Carol has the ghosts in there, but a monster movie.
there's a couple out there. One was disturbing. It was called Christmas Evil.
Was that the Snowman?
No, I think it was called Jack Frost.
Oh, okay.
There's two Jack Frost. There's one with Michael Keaton, and there's another one
with
where
the
it's a killer snowman.
Okay.
But again, a lot of those are not public domain, and you have to license them. And once you get them licensed, it's generally only for a 1 or 2 time viewing. So we wouldn't even have the rights to the episode anymore if we use it.
Right.
Which is why we like to do public domain stuff. So. There's one called Silent Night, Deadly Night that just became public domain a few years ago, a short time ago, and I didn't know about it until I checked out one of our researched websites that scour into horror films that are public domain. We try to choose public domain first, and if we have to license it, we can license it if we want, but we try to stick with public domain films.
Have a question for Captain Drake? You too can ask the Cap. Call our pre-show, Walk the Plank, a half hour before Dead and Buried Treasures, wherever it's seen, courtesy of local affiliates or on our YouTube channel.
Yo-ho! Yo-ho!
Don't miss the absolute worst in monster movie mayhem on Dead and Buried Treasures. Weekends at 11. That's Friday and Saturday nights beginning at 11 and going until roughly 2:30 a.m. Right here on your local Fright Network affiliate, our flagship station, BPTV.
It's like dinner and a show, Jack. A night at the opera.
And don't miss our Fright Network pre-show at 10:30, where Fiore from the movie review show Outtakes with Fiore and series creator Eric Sprouse take you for a behind-the-scenes tour with insight into making each episode. Plus, your chance to win even more horrific prizes each week.
Pretty good stuff, don't you think? What do you think?
So wake the kids and phone the neighbors this weekend and every Friday and Saturday night at 11 with our pre-show live at 10:30 on this Fright Network affiliate and our Facebook and YouTube pages.
There are just so many people to thank on such a long list.
If you dare.
Care to play, Jack?
Arr, it's the Pirate's Booty, our after show, seen immediately after Dead and Buried Treasures ends. Captain Calico Drake and series creator Eric Sprouse take your calls for up to an hour, answering questions about the series or whatever's on your mind about the Swashbuckler's Haunt, the club, convention appearances, and much more. That's our after show, the Pirate's Booty, taking your booty calls till the wee hours of the morning, immediately following Dead and Buried Treasures on most affiliates.
You look sensational! Where did you pull that out of the closet? Why don't you wear that more often?
Well, Captain, you look like $1 million. You look like a brand new man.
Thank you, Jack.
Are you all set for your online date?
Thank you, Davy. I am indeed. So, Ashley, how does this whole online thing work?
Yeah.
Yeah. What does that even mean?
What?
Oh, boy.
I said I'm ready to go, you little twerp.
Good. Go where? By the way, Captain, you don't get good reception on this barge.
Barge?
Seriously, I have no bars or Wi-Fi.
Here, why don't you use this? Here, this will do the trick. There you go. A phone.
What is that?
That's a phone.
Why is there a rope attached to it?
This is what we used before your generation came along and ruined our lives.
Where do you put your music?
On a record player.
Whatever. Hey Siri, is there any Wi-Fi on this boat? I don't think your phone's working. cool. Just like the movies.
Try answering it.
We don't know who it is.
Right. It could be anybody.
Why would I do that? It could be anybody. How do you tell who's calling?
Well, that's where the fun begins. You see, this is where you pick up the receiver from the base and say something cordial to discover who is on the other end of the line. Practicalities.
Look, now you're just making up words. Why is it so loud?
It really gets your attention, doesn't it? Answer it. Pick it up.
Hello?
Try again, genius.
Hello? Siri? Siri, answer the phone.
Be polite.
Siri, please answer the phone.
OMG.
Oh!
Try it now.
Hello? 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 Oh!
Now you hang it up and write a message on a post-it and give it to me.
Why? You're right here. Can't I just tell you?
Right, because I'm here now. But what if I'm not here?
I don't know. You wouldn't know somebody called.
Until I got your message.
Wow, this is really complicated. Isn't there a way to text it or a voicemail or something? This is much more difficult than it has to be. Like, you need a guy to answer your calls or a machine. That's it. You need like a machine, an answering machine. Do you have one? Never mind. Guess I'll just, well, I don't know what I'll do. No Wi-Fi, no data. This is prison.
You know, Captain, I haven't seen you this excited about a woman since that one you went out with from Port Royal.
Ah, yes! Whatever happened to her, Captain?
Who? Mary Jewel? Oh, she's still in the picture, Jack.
Ah, she is?
Yes. We have a new arrangement. I can sleep with whoever I want, but she doesn't have to speak to me or live with me anymore.
Well, isn't that convenient?
Ah, you were sleeping with her, Captain?
Sleeping with her? No. No! Well, once. After one of the many times we had sex.
What now?
Yes, I always liked her.
Ah, really, Captain?
No. So, Alice, I'm ready.
You know, Captain, how do we get to see who it is you're going out with?
I have no idea. I'm trying to get that out of Athena here. Speaking of which...
What?
Can I see who it is that the online dating profile has chosen so I can swipe up and down and around in circles and whatever else I need to do?
Yes, I sent the link to Mr. Bones.
Sorry, Captain.
So you've seen this, Mr. Bones?
Yes, sir.
On the monitor, please.
Here's one of the matches. This is Estelle Getty from the Golden Girls.
The what?
Ah, it's a TV show.
From the 1980s. In fact, I'm pretty sure she's dead.
Wow, and you say she was in a web series? That must have gotten a lot of hits.
Who else am I paired with? Anyone like Barbara Steele?
I don't want to say.
Do you mean then or now? Because if you mean now, Estelle Getty might be as close as you get.
Then, you belch bucket.
Well, we do have this one.
What is that?
That is the girlfriend of Buzz, the brother of Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone.
Oh, Buzz. Your girlfriend. Woof.
Yes, I know. But it might be a fake picture.
I would certainly hope so.
It generally is. Not that the alternative is any better. Maybe some trivia would lighten the mood, Captain.
Aye. Maybe it might. All right. Tonight's trivia question ought to be, who is the one woman who doesn't want to make me projectile vomit the alphabet? Who else is there?
Well, Captain, tonight's trivia question will win you a free oil change.
Seriously. All of these women make me want to navigate the haunt off a waterfall.
A free oil change, courtesy of Midas, located on Myrtland Avenue in Washington, Pennsylvania.
Something that the Swashbuckler's haunt doesn't need, but I'm sure every car in the area can use it sometime or another, right, you landlubbers? But first, the answer to our last show's trivia question, which went a little something like this.
In the movie Christine, the Stephen King story of a killer car coming to life, what type of car is Christine?
The answer, of course, if you're a fan of John Carpenter, is of course a 1958 Plymouth Fury, which incidentally sold for $167,000 at a private auction in 2004. Congratulations to Nick Willis of Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania, for getting the correct answer and being the first to call Dead and Buried Treasures with the answer. Nick won a $25 shopping spree at Pittsburgh Comics, located in Donaldson's Crossroads. A spree of pop culture goodness, Jack. This week, we turn our horror trivia toward outer space. To what has been called the first slasher film in space. Are you ready? In the 1979 movie Alien, what is the name of the spaceship that the movie takes place on? Now, if you know the answer, drop us a message on our Facebook page after going to Facebook and searching for Dead and Buried Treasures. The first instant message with the correct answer will win a free oil change, courtesy of Midas in Washington, located on Myrtland Avenue. Now remember, that's an instant message, me hearties. Don't go posting it on our Facebook page for all of the world to see. That question once again. In the 1979 movie Alien, what is the name of the spaceship that the movie takes place on? Now, if you know the answer, drop us an instant message on our Facebook page. The first instant message with the correct answer will win a free oil change, courtesy of our mateys at Midas in Washington, located on Myrtland Avenue. Well, Mr. Bones, aside from that, it doesn't look good for me, does it?
Not unless you're into braces or a Geritol, Captain.
Yes. Well, what I am into is Barbara Steele, and boy, she doesn't look like anyone on my profile, sadly. So, let's get to the conclusion of the long hair.
Wait, Captain, I'm being told backstage that you have a result, and this one is hot, and she meets all your standards.
Really?
Yep.
Hot?
Yep.
No opinions?
Nope.
Low self-esteem?
Yep.
Like Star Trek?
Captain, no woman likes Star Trek.
Give me that phone. Blasted vile bird. Oh, you get back to the movie while I meet me new wife. Well, maybe she likes Star Wars. Sometimes you just have to settle, Jack. Let's get back to the conclusion of the long heron game.
The effigy's in place. See how everyone's so happy, taunting the image of death.
But I would have thought it dangerous to taunt such an image.
My dear, no. Please don't worry. It's only a jest. Have you seen Kurt?
No,
Wasn't he looking for his wife?
I don't know.
Elizabeth, my dear, on this auspicious occasion, we are honored with your presence. May I ask a favor of you? That your hand will destroy this symbol of terror and evil that has plagued us so long.
Non vorrei farlo, Kurt. Anche se hai tentato di uccidermi. Ma pensa, mia madre.
No. It isn't you. It's me. But it's mostly you. Yes. All right. Thank you.
She didn't work out, Captain?
How did you guess?
Well, watching you pace back and forth like a nerd trying to get his personal best on his Fitbit was my first guess.
Well, one thing I learned from tonight's movie.
What's that, Captain?
I don't need a woman. I have the haunt.
The haunt? It's made out of wood, Captain. It's a boat.
Mr. Bones, I'm trying to be eloquent here. You know, romantic, idealistic, passionate, but like a pirate. After all, it was just Valentine's Day. Maybe some of that romance was rubbing off on me.
Then be romantic with a woman. Now look, we have done a profile research comparison, so you get to know what you're up against as far as other celebrities.
Celebrities?
Yes, to give you a better understanding of who you match up with in this profile.
Oh. Well, that's different. Well, if for nothing more than me ego, go ahead, on screen.
All right, the first is Jane Hathaway from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yuck.
Hey, she was good enough for Jethro.
No.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Too political.
Courtney Love.
Too train wreck.
Oh, well then I guess Roseanne Barr is out.
Veto. Too many reasons.
Honey Boo Boo.
Honey, who's a what?
Hillary Clinton.
Two-pantsuit.
Snooky.
What's a snooky?
Nothing. What's a snooky with you? I just killed myself. Lindsay Lohan? Allison Mack from Smallville?
Too soon.
How about Hillary Swank? Melania Trump? Nancy Grace? Boy George?
Too, man, I think. Wait, look, I appreciate your efforts, Mr. Bones, but, and it is appreciated, no. All of your choices make me want to barf, except, well, Lindsay Lohan. She sounds crazy hot. And even that is in a bad way. No! You know what? No.
Captain, your great-great-great-great-great-grandson just sent a communique. He said thank you for babysitting tonight, but his online date fell through. He will be by to pick up his niece soon.
Excellent. You're leaving.
Yeah.
Did you hear me? You're leaving!
What's your problem?
That's for you.
What's that?
Well, what kind of a grandfather would I be?
Don't remind me.
If I didn't get you a little going away present.
What is this?
Doesn't your generation need a trophy anytime you... anything?
Ha ha ha.
Look, Addison.
Adriana.
Who?
That's my name.
Look, don't screw with me. I'm a ferocious pirate.
Yeah, you are.
And a haunted one to boot.
Okay, Bluebeard.
Well, your uncle is ready to pick you up. Let's go.
Thank God. This place is lame. Hashtag blows the big one.
All right. Thank you for coming. Come anytime. That's the elevator right there.
What? This isn't an elevator?
No, but it is the quickest way off the ship. That's what we call the plague!
Captain!
I have wanted to do that since she first arrived.
There's no app for that! That's what I like to call Mama's little helper.
Captain, do you think that was setting a good example?
Well, sure, Jack. What kind of a babysitter would I be if I didn't tell me grandson she didn't get a bath while she was here?
Very funny.
Well, it is to me.
How do I get back on board?
You don't.
Captain! There's a ladder on the port side!
Ugh, my phone is wet.
Weird, right? Sharks and assorted other gobbledygook down there, and she's worried about her phone. They don't call them millennials anymore, Mr. Bones. What do they call them now? Stupid?
Generation Z.
Right.
You know, this phone costs a fortune. I hope it still works.
Now, I'm sure it does. Get yourself a towel right over there.
Where?
Right there, next to the plank. In fact, you might need two.
Captain, cut it out!
That was awesome.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Mr. Bones, that's the spirit. And speaking of spirits, me hearties, next time on Dead and Buried Treasures, an Egyptologist returns from the dead to take revenge on those who violated his tomb. Boris Karloff stars in The Ghoul. Plus, we'll also be on location at the Carnegie Science Center and their Mummies of the World exhibit on display in Pittsburgh through April. It will be a mummy exhibit like we've never visited before, alongside the master of horror himself, Mr. Karloff.
I'm not fishing her out of there, Captain.
Well, that makes two of us, Jack, but I'm sure I'll be okay. So, until next time, me hearties, remember, it's a pirate's life for me.
And a parrot's life for me.
Oh, and one last reminder. If you're looking for some of our prior episodes, or you just want to see us premiere on YouTube, we're in the process of changing channels. In the past, most of our shows have been compiled on the In Neon Guy YouTube channel. Well, now we have our own, located, of course, at Dead and Buried Treasures. However, depending on when you're watching this, it's a long transition in the re-uploading of all of our shows to our new home. So, that being said, anything from 2020 forward will be located at our new channel, Dead and Buried Treasures. And everything from the past will slowly be disappearing until they're gone altogether from the In Neon Guy channel. In Neon Guy will still be there, but soon you will no longer be able to view any episodes of our show there. So, make sure you resubscribe new and to Dead and Buried Treasures on our new channel.
That was long.
What was that?
But informative. I can't wait to see all of our shows on our new channel.
You know, in the time it took for the captain to get all of that out, we probably could have watched one.
And we'll see you next time on Dead and Buried Treasures.
You know my dad is going to be by, and when he does, I'm telling him about this.
Oh, boy.
Oh, blub, blub, blub. I want to introduce him to Mama's little helper anyway.
Get your Dead and Buried Treasures merchandise at redbubble.com with the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. T-shirts, travel mugs, hoodies, blankets, phone cases, and much, much more. You too can even take a shower with Captain Calico Drake with a shower curtain.
This is ridiculous. How is this even possible?
That's redbubble.com and use the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. So what are you waiting for? You too can be as cool as a pirate.
Yes, of course.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures. Redbubble.com.
That I thought I would dabble in the art world myself.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures.
They'll no doubt want to pay top dollar for me service.